Call you up in the middle of the night, been bothered by dreams and feeling alright. You give me comfort, say just give it some time. By the end of our talk, I'm feeling just fine. You and I will always know where we belong. This ain't no ordinary love we got going on. Pick you up in the 59 Ford. We're heading down the road until we get bored. Just you and me and the sun and the wind. The rain should start falling, we'll head home again. Everybody else can see where we belong. Oh, ain't no ordinary love we got going on. Of the world together forever is one without pain. If ever you should be in doubt and afraid, but never can put us apart in our way. For the time when we be together every day, but I know if ever we'll be led astray, then I'll find my way back home to you again. At the end of the world, together forever is one and I'll wait. If ever you should be in doubt and I pray, they never can pull us apart in our way. At the end of the world, together forever is one and I'll wait. If ever you should be in doubt and I pray, they never can pull us apart in our way. For the time when we be together every day, but I know if ever we need it straight, then I'll find my way back home to you again.
All these busy people hurry
worried something's wrong. Making it important to be the first in line. So when the cookie crumbles, the best piece they will find. Oh, man, racing to the red light. It's right there before the eyes. Somehow hidden in plain sight. We're all racing to the red light. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to swear free. Just as bad as you, and sometimes words you see. But all this crazy right, I'm looking for the breaks. Come join me in the search, I think that's what it takes. Oh, you're racing to red light. It's right there before our eyes. Somehow hidden in plain sight. We're all racing to the red we're racing to the red light. And it's right there before our eyes. Somehow hidden in plain sight. We're all racing to the red light. Racing to the red light. To the red light. We're all racing to the red light.
Cold hand, frozen feet, raindrops falling on the street. I can't recall when I last saw the sun. Summer's just a memory, a faded piece of history. No one can remember all the fun. The late night barbecue, zipping on a genie juice. Cruising down the road, no thought of getting old. The girls are hot and the beer is cold. Yeah, that's the way we roll. Bathing in the sun, on the beach having fun. Whoa, these lazy days are never done. I work hard every day, don't waste my time on yesterday. I never shy away from a good time. Coming home Friday night, I see my friends and feel alright. There ain't no stopping us from having fun. There ain't no cloud inside. The future is looking bright. Cruising down the road, no thought of getting old. Girls are hot, the beer is cold. Yeah, it's the way we roll. Bathing in the sun, on the beach having fun. Whoa, these lazy days are never done. the way we roll. Amen to the sun on the beach having fun. Whoa, these lazy days are here. As I look for a better way to get through another boring day, oh yeah, oh yeah. I turn to you for a little while, hoping to catch a forbidden smile, oh yeah, oh yeah. Standing on the edge, breaking every pledge. Oh yeah. I'm a man who doesn't care what they think about the things that I do. I'm just barely out of when I wake up torn and broken apart, with a lonely moment fueling my heart. Oh yeah. Fortunately, 2 second guess where I've been. Every day the pain is closing in. Oh yeah. I'm a man who doesn't care what they think about the things that I do. I'm impossible to teach. I'm just barely out of
Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing? We have 17 people in the house, and we are here today, guys. We have a great guest, Freelance Duck Hunting. But let's pull up Grant, and then let's send an invite to the guest. Boom. So what do we have going on today? Let's see who we have here today. Oh, hi, Grant. That was fast.
Good morning.
Good morning. You want to do a roll call?
I'm almost there.
Let's send our invite out to our guest.
Yes.
Hey,
Morning.
Hey guys doing?
Great. Awesome. I was about to email you the link. I wasn't sure that was going to work. Sometimes
it worked.
Oh. So Grant's going to do a roll call so we know who all's here.
Right. Good morning, guys. We got Blues Guitar Guy, Fishing Addict, Antics, Size Detecting, Farm All Fanatic, Fish Gum, Lubaka Video, MD Outdoors, Muscle Car Appraisal, Nicholas Pouliot Outdoors, PA Hunting and Trapping, Rush Voorhees Outdoors, Shanique Ziegler, Steve Guppy Farm, and Turtle Creativity.
Wow.
Via Hook, Written in Blood X.
I know we have more people in that here, but that's okay.
So it's all showing up on the participant list.
Yeah. So we have Freelance duck hunting here today, guys, and it's going to be an honor to interview him, and we're going to learn a lot about his channel today. Can you tell us a little bit about your channel?
Sure. This is the 4th waterfowl season that I've put out duck hunting videos, and you know, things are going pretty well. It started, actually, my dad always had a camera with him when we were hunting and I was growing up. He was always, not every hunt, but he was always filming and bringing it around. So I had a camera and I was doing the same thing, not for YouTube, just bringing the camera and goofing around. And I kept telling my dad, I kept saying, I need to start doing a video log of all our hunts, because after, you know, we've been doing this for 25, 30 years, and I was not remembering what was taking place on these hunts 10, 15 years later. So I just kept telling my dad, I need to start a video log. I need to start a video log. And so 4 years ago, I think it was 2015, I started bringing the camera with us every hunt and just video vlogging what it was that we were doing. And I didn't have any idea that I was going to make these videos for other people. I just was putting them on YouTube as a way for people to watch what we were doing and seeing the hunts. And surprise to me, people actually started watching them. And about halfway through that season 1, I decided that I was going to actually start making these for other people and put more effort into it and see if I could grow a community. And here we are 4 years later. I'm sitting at about 18,000 subscribers. It's slow growing, but man, I'm having so much fun doing it. I'll tell you, I go back almost every day at least to watch one hunt. I just love having them on there and interacting with everyone. And man, it's addictive once you start filming what you're doing.
Yeah. And what would you say was your favorite hunt you've had so far in the last 4 years?
Oh man, favorite hunt. We had a goose hunt on the Kansas River. And when the river here in Kansas is really, really shallow, and it'll freeze up, but there'll still be some open water on it. And we found these geese in on the river, and we went and laid on the ice and shot a 3-man limit of geese. And we were killing geese at about 15, 20 yards. And I'm much more of a duck hunter than I'm a goose hunter, but the video turned out really, really great. It was the best goose hunt of my life. It was really something special. I love those hunts we have on the river laying out on ice.
So we're going to get into how you prepare for a duck hunt and exactly what you're looking for when you're hunting. So what is the first thing when you're scouting an area to hunt for you look for?
Well, we have a bunch of locations that we traditionally hunt. And so most of what we hunt is water. We're not really field hunters. We don't lay out in crop fields very often. So we hunt public marshes almost 100% of the time. So sometimes we won't scout. Sometimes we'll just go to where we know traditionally is good. But we've been trying to do more and more scouting. So it's basically just going and looking at the various marshes, seeing what's there, seeing what's in the marshes, and going to wherever we think has the best opportunity. But I've got a daytime job. I'm actually an elementary school teacher. So for me to get out and scout, because I'm working 8 to 5 every day. So for me to get out and scout it is somewhat difficult, but my dad's retired. He'll scout. My buddy Aiden, who I call Golden Boy, he scouts. So those two guys scout more than I do, but it's just a matter of putting in the windshield time and going to the various places that we hunt and just glassing them and seeing what's in there.
So when you're out there looking at places where you're going to hunt, are you trying to determine your camera angles that you're going to use for your filming, or are you already just out there picking out your spot you're going to hunt and then figure out the camera angles later?
Yeah, the videoing does not play into our hunts at all. My goal is to just show what we've been doing all these years in an authentic way. So my videos are not full of cinematography. I'm not a professional cameraman at all. We just do what we've always done. I've got 3 different cameras. I've got a little Panasonic. It's about a $500 camera that has a light for, I use that one in the dark, and it's little. It's only about that big, so I can keep it on my body even when we're going into the marsh. When we're working, it sits right up against my chest under my vest. So that's a really good nighttime camera just because how small it is. Then once the sun comes up, I've got a little bit bigger camera. I've got a Canon G40, and I still keep that on my chest and it's around my neck, but it's a little bit bigger, but a little higher quality. That's about $1,000 camera. And then I've got one GoPro that I set up around us. So honestly, I do not put a lot of the camera work does not get in the way of the hunt, or does not alter the hunt in any way. What I've always done is just gone out there, recorded whatever I found interesting, whatever I find funny. And I put down the shotgun a lot, and I'm just sitting there beside the guys filming. So the camera doesn't change what we've been doing or what we do at all. It doesn't play. Our number one goal has always been to shoot ducks. And that's what we try to do. And then I just hit record a bunch and try to let people get to know who I'm hunting with and what we're doing. And a lot of the comments I get are the thing that people like about my videos is just the average guy out hunting. And, you know, if we go out and we don't shoot any birds, I'm still going to post a video. If we're not shooting well, I'm still going to post us missing. And so I just try to be as authentic as I possibly can in everything I'm filming.
So when you're going out there and you're putting together your blinds, how exactly are you picking exactly where you're going to set those blinds?
Well, we try to be really, really versatile with our waterfowl hunting. So we've got layout blinds for the ground. We've got we use the H12 Ascend kayaks with redhead layout blind attachments on those. We've got an 18-foot weld-built boat with a 4500 Mud Buddy motor on it. We've got an A-frame, which is a ground blind that you can haul in setups. And we've got just tarps. So we try to be as versatile as absolutely possible with how we're going to hunt and where we're going to hunt. But as far as the actual situation on the hunt is on the marsh as to where we're going to set up, the first thing is wind. The wind, you need the wind at your back or at your side. You can't have the wind in your face. So once we find out where we think the ducks are going, the second step is, okay, how can we set up with the wind in order so that they're going to come into the wind as they're landing? And then how do we need to hide ourselves? Whether can we get the A-frame in there, or do we need to use our kayaks and layout, or can we use our tarps to create a ground blind? Then we just go from there. But we are extremely versatile to where we can pretty much find a way to hide in almost every single instance. So early season in Kansas out west, there's no trees at all. So we head out onto the prairies, and that's almost exclusively layout hunting because there's no trees. I mean, there's no way to hide. But then around where I live more on the eastern side of the state. We've got quite a bit of trees and timber here. So where around my home, it's a lot easier to hide in the trees, and you don't have to put as much effort into getting concealed. But so it just all depends on the environment and what we need to do on that day.
So are you primarily calling them in, or are you using mostly decoys? Are you using them together?
Oh, we're using them together. We use anywhere between 2 to 9 dozen decoys and 1 or 2 spinners. So our goal is always to shoot ducks coming into the decoys at about 20 yards. So we really don't take many shots beyond, we'll shoot up to 40 yards, but we want really, really close shots, calling them in over the decoys. And we're real conservative with our shot selection. So we always, I've never hunted without decoys.
So I was watching some of your films there. I noticed you guys have a podcast. Is that like a weekly podcast you do?
Yeah, I started that with Jordan Fromer, and he created Duck Gun Chronicles, which is a YouTube channel, and we got to know each other a little bit. And he started a podcast called the Duck Gun Podcast last year in January. He started that, and so we got to talk, and he asked me to co-host. And so we've been doing that for about a year. During the season, we do 2 episodes a week. We do one with a guest, and then we do one where we do hunt updates, where we just talk about our hunts. And now that's the off season, we're just doing one a week. But man, I'll tell you, since I started this YouTube channel and then the podcast popped up, God has just really, really blessed me, because everything is so much more successful than I thought it was going to be. The podcast has been as high as number 13 on the outdoor section of iTunes, normally in the top 100. So man, I honestly, I never set out to do any of this stuff, but it's just so much fun to have the podcast and the YouTube channel. But yeah, it's the Duck Gun Podcast.
Yeah, that's absolutely awesome. And Grant over here, he's an avid duck hunter. He duck hunts for years.
Yeah, waterfowl hunting is definitely my favorite of all hunting.
So where are you guys located at?
I'm in Michigan, up on the Asavo River, which it has some awesome duck hunting up here. And the way I usually set up is I'll fly in, and I'll always set up on the backside of a curve.
Uh-huh.
On mine. And Grant?
I'm in Southern Illinois. I'm right on the Ohio River, but we're not far from where it meets the Mississippi.
So what are you hunting up in Illinois? What type of environment you guys hunt up there?
We've got sloughs. We've got some public land that's got blinds and pools where you can draw, and then we hunt on the river also, which the last 2 years have been pretty terrible.
Yeah, what just not many ducks around, or too much water, or what?
This year it was too much water, not many ducks, and then last year it was froze up pretty early. This year we didn't have a freeze at all.
Yeah, that's the thing about waterfowl hunting. It's so weather dependent. I think the general consensus from most people from Louisiana clear up to where you're at is that it was a really, really poor season. We got really lucky here, because in Kansas, most people are griping that they had a terrible season too. But on the public land that we hunt, we got a flood right at the right time, and it held some birds. Our specific marshes held birds. I actually had the best year of my life this year. So we got really, really fortunate. We were in a drought, and so at this lake that I hunt, it was made. I'm trying to think what year it was made. All the lakes in Kansas are man-made. So when they made this lake, they backed up a bunch of water in the inflow creek, and it flooded a bunch of pools in the area. And some of them are pumped by the state, and then some of them are not. And the ones that are pumped by the state, that's where everyone in the area that's the mass of the people go to these pools. They've got flooded corn and flooded millet. But we hunt some of the surrounding marshes. And so we had a flood in November, and it flooded our favorite marsh that not many people hunt. So all the smartweed had been sitting in there, and it all flooded in, and the ducks, man, they would not leave this place, and we just pounded them in there. So we got really fortunate. Like I said, I actually had the best year of my life, but the general consensus this year that it was really, really tough. Too much water, not enough cold. It was rough.
Yeah, I can't believe how warm it stayed up here. I mean, we didn't even get ice till like January up where I am in northern Michigan, and we usually have ice end of November.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
We've got more ducks right now around out in the flood water, because the Ohio is pretty good out of flood stage. Then I don't know if they're just now migrating down or if they're migrating back through. But there's a lot of ducks right now. A lot of.
I'm sure they're coming back up. The migration north normally starts back in around January. I'm actually thinking about tomorrow going out and filming a duck hunt, but not shooting. I do that about once every other year. We just go out with decoy birds in and film them. And I just love watching ducks. So thinking about doing that, which ought to be fun.
Oh, that sounds like it'd be a blast.
It is. Because you're out there all by yourself. And I mean, the only thing you don't get to do is pull the trigger, but it's still a lot of fun.
Yeah. And
So, what is your favorite time of year to hunt the ducks?
Well, we start our teal season starts the second weekend of September, and then we go solid through. I mean, if you include snow goose hunting, which I'm not huge into snow goose hunting, I normally go out once or twice a year, but we're hunting through early March, so it's a long, long season. But I would say my favorite is probably October and November. Late season, some of the very best hunts can happen in late season, but it's really, really tough with all the cold and the ice. And so I really love temperatures. If it gets down at night to about 33 and then in the daytime to about 45, that's the range I really, really enjoy. I love shallow water marshes. And then this year normally that's about our best time of the year.
Yeah, I mean, up here in Michigan, we really don't have that long of a duck hunting season. It's like 30 days is all we have.
Oh man, that's terrible. 30 days.
Yeah. So you have to get the goods when there's goods are getting.
Yeah. Well, in Kansas, they cut the state up into 4 different zones. And so we've got an early zone that starts the second week of, well, let me back up. With teal season, it runs 3 weeks, so through September. Then you normally have 1 week off, which is youth season, which I've got kids, so we normally go out for that. And then in that early zone opens up through October. And then the low plains zone, which is where I live, opens up at the end of October. And then the late zone opens up mid-November. So they scattered out. We've got over something like 130 days from September, from that teal season opener until the end of January. There's a weekend of youth that's not open, and that's pretty much the only weekend that you can't hunt from then till the end of January. We're blessed.
Yeah, I want to thank Farmville Fanatic for that $9 super chat. Yeah, and I know up here, I think it's because the migration just happened so fast in here. It kind of moves, the ducks just fly through pretty fast, especially when it starts getting cold.
Yeah. Yeah, we're really lucky. We're located perfectly because we very rarely get to the point where there's no ducks around. The only way ducks will be all to the south of us is if it's like sub-zero temperatures for a few days where the rivers and the lakes freeze. And then on top of that, if you get about an 8-inch snow. Outside of that, there's always ducks around to chase here. And then if you get a freeze, as soon as that ice comes off, there's ducks all over the place again. So we just, I mean, it's a great state to waterfowl hunt. It really is.
Yeah, with the season being over for you, what do you do in the off season?
Well, I just go out and goof around outdoors. We do a little bit of fishing. I take the kids out. We were just on the Kansas River a couple days ago, and we went out there and just made a fire and made hot dogs. And also I make sure to keep my wife happy. I call the off season, my wife's name is Beth. I call the off season the season of Beth because she is so cool about all the hunting that I do, that I make sure in the off season that I just make her really, really happy and hang around a lot and encourage her to go out with her friends. And she puts up with so much crap during the hunting season. But I do a little bit of fishing, not a bunch, turkey hunting, a lot of just recuperating.
Yeah, I know we have my turkey season is actually coming up. I think I get a week. How long's your turkey season?
A lot longer than a week. 4 or 5 weeks, I think.
This is my actual turkey guide, and I think it's 2 weeks long actually. Yeah, it's 2 weeks long this year, and it's cut up by zone. But you guys have a lot more turkeys than we do.
Yeah, we've got a bunch. I'm really, waterfowl hunting is the only thing that really gets me motivated and excited. I kind of like to turkey hunt a little bit. I'll go out a couple times. If I get one, I do. If I don't, I won't. But since I started filming, I go out a little more often than before, just for content. But it just doesn't get me excited like duck hunting does. But we do have a bunch of turkeys.
So do you have a blue whale duck? A duck that you want to shoot that you haven't shot?
Duck that I want. A black duck would be a number one on my list.
Never got a black duck, huh?
I've never even seen a black duck here in Kansas.
Dang it.
So that would be the one duck. If I could go on any trip to chase a duck, it'd be a black duck.
Hey, Grant, do you have one of those mounted in your room? I do. It's right here.
A black duck?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's busy.
now, where'd you shoot that? In Illinois?
Yeah, I had them right here.
How many do you guys get many black ducks there?
Not a bunch. I've shot 2. I've shot 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see that again. I need to quit talking so the camera doesn't go to me. But let me see that again.
Hey, Grant, let's see the duck.
Like that.
Yeah, I'll make the camera stay on Grant. Yeah, Grant should just show you the whole entire room in there.
I've got a couple mounts coming. We partnered on the podcast with a taxidermy. Well, let me be quiet so I can see this.
Oh.
Oh, it's failing now.
One black duck there. It looks like.
Yeah.
This is my favorite mount right here. My son's wood duck.
Yeah, wood duck there.
Oh, I need to get it off. I need to go on the Hangouts. I was on the live. I was 12 seconds behind. Yeah, we partnered with on the podcast. One of our sponsors was Sportsman's Taxidermy in Missouri, and so we traded. He ran ads on our podcast, and he's going to do a couple of mounts. So I shot the prettiest gadwall I've ever seen this year, and then my friend Aiden shot a gorgeous gadwall too. So I've got 2 gadwalls coming that are going to be side by side, and then one of my sons shot a gorgeous widgeon. So I've got a widgeon coming as well.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Yeah, widgeons well, they're all pretty. All the drakes, man. I've got a pintail hen. She's huge and she's beautiful, but for the most part, the hens are just they're there to make babies.
Yeah. So for a beginning duck hunting, how do you recommend that they figure out how to identify ducks from a distance?
Well, you need to get in the field and bring yourself a little manual with you. You can get Peterson's field guides that are just, about that big. Now, when we started, we always had those with us. But as far as from a distance, that's going to take a while, because when you're identifying ducks from a distance, you're looking for very specific body features. So a pintail has a little longer neck. A widgeon and a wood duck from a distance looks somewhat similar because they have longer tail feathers. Mallards are pretty easy to identify, but from a distance it takes a while because you're talking about identifying a silhouette, and so that takes a while. But the first thing you need to do is just get out there with the field guide in your hand, and just make sure that everything that you shoot, that you identify. Well, you can make sure that you know your limits, because not every duck, like here in Kansas, we can shoot 5 mallards, but we could only shoot 2 pintails this year. So. And only 2 hens out of those 5 mallards. So you've got to be careful what you're doing with your limits and everything. But once you get them in your hand, if you're a beginner and you don't have one of those little field manuals, then it makes a big difference. But you're looking at things like the speculum is a big one, which is the little wing patches that are typically colorful, and obviously head, and so just keep on it with your field manual, and after a while you'll start figuring it out. But the silhouettes is a lot harder. It takes a while to be able to identify them from distance.
Yeah, so I've always recommended people go out before the season and with those manuals and start identifying ducks, because that allows you to make those last quick second decisions a lot easier if you've already been identifying the ducks before they come in.
Yeah. And some people, when they first start hunting, they're just pulling the trigger. They're not even really looking and thinking about it. So, actually, as they're coming in, be thinking about, what is this? What does it look like? Makes a big difference for a beginner as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it makes a difference if it's sunny. You can see the colors a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the truth. Those gray days can be really hard sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. You can kill 5 mallards. So we can only kill 4 mallards and 2 hens. Yeah,
we've been 5 for quite a while. Did you hear they're dropping the Atlantic Flyway limit to two mallards?
Oh, no, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, we had the senior vice president from Delta Waterfowl on the podcast a couple weeks ago, and to talk to him about what's going on. It's a really interesting situation because they do a lot of research up there, and their research data doesn't match their surveys for how many birds that they are, as far as harvest number and band collection and stuff like that. So they're having a real problem out there trying to figure out what's going on, because the research data, some of the research data says there's as many ducks now as there has ever been. And then other sections of the research data says the ducks have dropped in half. So it's an interesting deal, but they're going from 4 mallards down to 2. Which we were at 2. I remember when I was hunting in about 91, 92, and they dropped the mallard limit for a year to 2 here. Well, things are really good right now. We've got it good as far as bird numbers.
Yeah, that back then was about the time they had the point system here.
Okay. I never hunted under the point system. I don't remember when they stopped doing that, but I started waterfowl hunting in 91. And then the point system here was definitely before that. I'm not sure when, but they went away from that a long time ago.
Just got a tornado warning.
Oh yeah, we have some bad storms moving up here too.
Pull up the radar on my laptop here. That's not good.
No, that's not good at all.
Tornadoes are no good.
Oh, now the sirens are going off. Dang it.
You guys better check it out.
I'm glad I'm in northern Michigan.
One of my favorite videos from my channel is I was out hunting with my friend Aiden. It was before the opening. We were camping the night before, and we were in a tornado warning in the tent. And man, that tent was just blowing, and it almost collapsed. And then the next morning, we just pounded them. But man, it was really an adventure. I'll tell you. You're in a tent and that tornado warning. That's rough deal.
I have a tornado story. I was going out to go camping because I like going camping. I get in a boat and I go like way up the river. And all of a sudden I was going along, and this is in the Asable, and I was going out to get to my campsite. And all of a sudden I looked ahead, and it was kind of thunderstorming, and there was a water spout about 200 yards in front of me.
I've never seen a tornado here in Kansas. I've never seen one.
Wow.
Eventually, I'm going to go storm chasing. I've lived here all my life. I'm going to see a tornado.
Yeah, that's surprising. Kansas gets lots of tornadoes, but I think it's more in the western part, though.
Well, yeah, central to western, but I mean, I grew up in central. It's just, there are a ton of them, but you still have a lot of ground. For the chance that you're going to see one, in your proximity is still relatively small.
So, when you're out there picking your duck hunting spot, if there's a lot of people in that area, do you leave or do you try to duck hunt it?
Luckily for us, we know pretty much where to go that's not going to be full with other people. So if we typically are the first ones in the marsh, we get up really, really early. And so if we have people starting to come and sit up too close to them, I normally just go over and talk to them. There have been a few hunts that there's just people all around us, and we normally try to stick it out, but we do everything we can to avoid hunting around a mass of other people. So the area that we hunt, you've got 2 or 3 marshes that are really easy to get into that the state puts a lot of food in, and that's where the majority of the hunters go, and they pack in there like crazy. And then there's some other pools that are harder to get to, and a little less known, and we try to hide those. So we work really, really hard to not be around a bunch of other people. We work really hard at it.
Yeah, I know that Grant, where he hunts, I think it's a state lake that they make a flooding for the ducks, and they do lottery every morning to tell you where you're going to hunt and what blind. Mm-hmm. Is that how they do it, Grant?
Yes, you get to. There's 27 spots, and it's like the bingo balls. If your number, if a 1 comes up, you get to pick first. If a blank comes up, you get a blank. You don't get to hunt that day.
That would drive me nuts.
So are there like other places you could hunt, Grant? If you
Oh,
draw
yeah.
a blank?
Yeah, everywhere else is first come, first serve.
So what's the advantages to hunting in there? Because you said it don't feed in there anymore.
Well, the years that they plant food, it's awesome. But, the past 2 years, the food's been flooded out. So there's not been any food. That makes a big difference. If they're standing corn, you can't shoot the ducks out of there.
Yeah, then Missouri, which I'm literally 5 miles from the Kansas-Missouri line. Over Missouri, they've got a lot of places that are like you're saying, where you have to draw for a different blind, and they're able to control the number of people that hunt there. And if you get in, I hear they're really good. But I really love the adventure of the first come first serve. I like being able to go out, beat the other guys in there, go wherever we want. That's certainly my preference. But some places, if they get just too overcrowded, they become worthless. There's a place south of the area that I never go to that it's just like that. I mean, they have so many people trying to hunt it that I won't even go there. So, sometimes having that draw is the best option for everybody.
Yeah, I know up here where I live in northern Michigan, I have unlimited amounts of places I can go hunt. I got marshes out in the woods. I have the Salvo River in my backyard, hundreds of miles of river there. So I never, if I see this people up someplace, I just go up the river and I have 10 miles.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
And I find out when birds are actually flying in, they kind of follow the rivers.
Mm-hmm.
They do that where you guys live too. When they're coming in, they kind of follow the rivers.
Yeah, it's not just rivers. Even in a marsh, if you get a lot of vegetation and you get a little strip, they really seem to like to follow little water channels.
Grant's getting all those tornado warnings right now.
He seems pretty calm and cool about it, though. So.
Yeah, my wife just texted me. She said there's actually a tornado across the river in Kentucky. See, I'm right on the Kentucky line.
Okay.
And then Missouri's 45 minutes.
Yeah, you guys aren't that far apart, I don't think.
Oh, that's probably a good 7-8 hours.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because that's on the opposite side. So then would you be, that's close to, that'd be north. I'm trying to think of my geography. That'd be northeast Missouri, right? Or no? Yeah.
I'm close to southwest Missouri.
Southwest Missouri.
Or sorry, southeast Missouri.
Well, there's a ton of great hunting over there in southeast Missouri.
Yeah, that's another one of our problems. Missouri's, in the last 10 years, they've started, the flooded rice, the flooded corn, going more toward duck hunting, gearing toward duck hunting. And I think they've pulled some of the ducks that way.
Yeah, you should cross the border over there. That's a phenomenal area. I've never been down there, but that's a phenomenal area.
Yeah, I've got a few people I know that go over to like 10 Mile and Otter Slough. And
yeah.
But even, lights are flickering. Back in the mid 90s, I'd seen a Canadian goose survey where, like, back in the early 90s to mid 90s, we'd have hundreds of thousands of Canadian geese, and now we're lucky to get a couple thousand.
Wow. Up here to past, there's so many of them, we don't know what to do with them all.
Yeah, I think they've just gotten lazy and they don't migrate south anymore.
That's really odd. That's odd.
Yeah, but it's also like up here, we have so many geese, and they have such a short season on them that they've really started becoming a real big pest up here.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you guys have an early goose season up there?
No, we do not.
I wonder why you guys only have a 30-day season. That's unusual.
Yeah. Well, I think most of the migration is done by the end of the 30 days is why.
Yeah, we get an early goose season September 1st through the 15th. And teal season usually runs the first weekend for 14 days.
Do you guys have a lot of teal up there?
No, I've only had one good early teal season, and that was 4 years ago. We killed some blue wings and 2 green wings.
Well, that's the thing here. I'll tell you what, we have swarms and swarms of teal. I've got playlists on my channel for this last season, season 4, and the first 4 or 5 videos are all teal hunting. And man, if you want to see what teal hunting can be like in Kansas, well, we get them by the thousands.
Yeah. One thing which I'm trying to figure out right now is I've seen a lot of people, they hunt ducks without dogs. I don't know how they do that.
Well, it's just shallow water marshes, and we have a lot of shallow water around here. In fact, if I wanted to, I could go almost the whole season without hunting with the dog until late season when we hit the rivers and big lakes. But without those, even when we hit the rivers and big lakes, we've got enough boats that we could do it if we wanted to. Very rarely do we walk in anymore. So, and it's certainly a lot of fun hunting with the dog. It's a lot more easy because, you know, some of these marshes, the mud in them is just muck and it sinks down to your ankles. So having a dog, certainly you lose a lot less birds and they do a lot of the work for you. But you know, we could do it if we needed to.
Hey Grant, do you hunt with the dog?
I never have hunted with the dog.
So does that affect the places that you will go hunt, or do you hunt the same places you would with or without it?
No, I mean, like, you know, if we hunt the river, I don't know how a dog would do in a river, you know, with the current and all that. And,
well, the dogs get pretty adept at learning how to deal with the current unless it's too strong.
And then, I mean, the state places I hunt, a dog would be nice to have for sure.
So what goes into training the dogs? I know the best thing to do is to get a puppy with an adult dog that knows how to hunt already, because then the adult kind of teaches the puppy. But
yeah,
you have a puppy which you have no other dog to train it with. How do you go about training?
Well, I'm on my second dog now. In fact, I just put out a video yesterday about whether I should retire her or not. She had an ACL injury last year. She's got a bad limp. She's turning 12 in August. So I'm actually getting a puppy here, hopefully May or June. But what I did with the previous ones, I got a book called Water Dog. And I just went through it step by step, and tells you, you know, emotionally how to deal with the dog, what are the different steps to take. And you just need to be diligent. It only takes about 10 minutes a day. And depending on what you want your dog to do, you just need to set out with goals. Like with my dog, I don't want to run it in any kind of field trials or anything. I just want her to sit and stay and not go after the duck until I tell her to. And then when she does go after it, I want her to bring it all the way back to me without me having to get up. So those are really my only main goals. I don't do a lot of the advanced training, number one, because I'm not very good at training. And number two, I don't find them to be overly necessary for what we do. But it's just, you know, stick on it 10 minutes a day, I follow the book, and it's really not that hard, and it's really fun.
So do you have any secret duck recipes you'd like to share?
Yeah, my favorite is you just do like a Philly cheesesteak, except you do it with duck. That is phenomenal. And I'm lucky that my wife is a really good cook. She doesn't like to eat the duck, but she will prepare it. So she does like a Southwest egg roll with duck. But those take a little more time. The easiest way to prepare a duck, and it's phenomenal this way, is after we breast out the duck, so we don't pluck it. Just cut the breast out. Put it in water for about 48 hours, and that allows the blood to come out. Because really, when people don't like the taste of duck, it's typically the blood that has the negative flavor in it. So if you leave it in water, which is called brining, for about 48 hours and change that water a couple of times, then a lot of that blood comes out of the meat, and it goes from a dark red to more of a dark pink. And so after you've brined it, then I use McCormick gourmet hamburger seasoning and olive oil, and I put that in the meat and let that marinate for 24 hours. Then I just go out and barbecue it medium rare, and I mean, it is phenomenal. It's a very easy way to cook and very delicious. So most of our duck gets eaten that way just because it's so easy to prepare. But if the really good tasting duck is, like I said, the Philly cheesesteak, the Southwest egg rolls, we do like a panko breading where we fry them into little pieces. Those are the main recipes we use.
Do you have a favorite duck to eat?
Well, teal is tender and delicious, so I'd say probably teal. But mallards are good too. Goose is not quite as good because it's a little bit. I don't know what it is, whether it's in the meat, but it's a little bit. Goose is chewier and kind of harder to prepare. But so I would say teal is number one, and then mallard would be number two.
I did watch your teal versus coot video. I guess that was your son's.
Yeah, yeah. You could taste a little more game in the coot, but really not near as much of a difference as what I would have expected it to be.
Right.
Yeah, I actually watched like 11 or 12 of your videos, and I got to know you a little better before I ever even invited you up here. So we're gonna do something which I like doing from now and then, and we're gonna open up the phone line and let people call in and ask questions.
Cool.
So I just put the number up on the screen. So if anyone has any questions and would like to ask freelance duck hunting a question, call in and ask a question.
Yeah, my favorite way to do a goose is in the crock pot with some Allegro marinade and kind of like Italian beef seasoning. It's pretty good. I love some goose too.
That probably makes it a lot softer that way, I bet.
It does. It's tender.
Yeah. Some goose that some bites of goose I love, but have you ever had one that you're biting through and it's just just so chewy?
Right. First.
I know that feeling. No, we'll see if anyone calls in. Some days they call in, so other days they don't.
I know somebody had asked if you'd ever tried to bow hunt waterfowl.
No, I've never. I tried to bow hunt turkeys back in high school, and that didn't go very well, so I gave that up. But we were trying to bow hunt them without sights, so that's a lot more difficult. But one of my main goals of waterfowl hunting is clean and efficient kills. I want to dispatch whatever animal I'm hunting as quickly and humanely as possible. And if I were to just go flinging a bunch of arrows at waterfowl, it would not. It would get pretty bloody.
Hunts are fast.
Yeah.
$8-9 arrow.
Yeah.
Oh.
There are some videos online of people doing that. I don't remember the guy's name, Tim something or other.
Tim Wells.
Yeah. You got to be a lot better shot than I am with a bow and arrow to do that.
Oh yeah. Oh.
And
then Lubaka video asked what you thought about Duck Dynasty.
I was actually my first exposure to that.
Here was the first call. Now you're on the air with Kohl Outdoors. Who's this?
Morning, Kohl. Great show. It's Lubaka.
Hey, Lubaka. We're just asking you questions.
Oh, well, I had to tune out so I could actually call. So which one of my questions did you ask?
We asked what he thought of Duck Dynasty, and we asked if he'd ever tried bow hunting waterfowl. So you're on the air with Freelance Duck Hunting. So you have any questions for him?
Well, I wanted to congratulate Freelance Duck Hunting on the great success and to tell him that I see a very bright future there. Probably like a Netflix special at some point or something, but definitely a great presence in front of the camera. And you can tell that the podcasting days have really helped with the presentation. I mean, it's one of your best shows so far having him on. So congratulations once again. I'm going to let you keep going with the show. I'm going to go back so I can listen to the answers. And the other thing I wanted to ask was about Ducks Unlimited, if he's going to do any projects with them. So I'll get off and I'll listen on the YouTube broadcast.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. So do you do any projects with Ducks Unlimited?
Not Ducks Unlimited, but I've been doing some stuff with Delta lately. So Delta had a banquet here a couple weeks ago, and I went down to that and I met a bunch of the Delta guys, and they were putting on something called Goose Games 2019. And the way they ran it was you get a group of 4 or 5 guys, go out goose hunting, and then at 2 o'clock at Cabela's they had a weigh-in, and you get to take 6 geese and the team with the 6 heaviest geese won, and that was a really interesting event. So I went out there and actually did some social media coverage for them with Instagram, and since then we've had a couple of Delta guys on the podcast. So I've never actually done anything with Ducks Unlimited, but I have with Delta. We in my city, we've got a strong local Ducks Unlimited chapter, and I would love to get involved with them, but I haven't at this point.
You know, we up here in Michigan, at least in my area, was Ducks Unlimited. We had their first actual march that they fixed up is Turtle March, and it's like about an hour and a half. It's like 20 minutes down the road. And that thing's absolutely huge, and the ducks in there are insane. But once again, if you're hunting in there, shoulder to shoulder people, you're better out on the river.
Yeah. Well, Ducks Unlimited does amazing work, and we've got plenty of Ducks Unlimited marshes in the area as well. So they're certainly worth supporting because they do great things, as does Delta. Both those organizations. Ducks Unlimited is a lot bigger than Delta, but both of them are out there really working hard to help us increase the number of ducks we've got.
Hey, Larry Johnson, the 810 number is about an hour and a half away from me. I wouldn't put anything close to where my area code is up on here.
So back to the Duck Dynasty question. I knew who they were. They were putting out DVDs before they ever had Duck Dynasty, and they were putting it out under Duck Commander. And so I purchased a DVD of theirs, which was just a season of their hunts. And then before Duck Dynasty, they came out. They actually had a TV show called Duck Commander, and I really, really liked the Duck Commander TV show. It was basically just a hunting show, unlike Duck Dynasty. But you still had some of their personality, but it was much more geared towards duck hunting. And I loved the Duck Commander TV show. Then when Duck Dynasty came out, I watched the first couple of seasons, but then kind of trailed off after that. But I really, like I said, I really enjoyed the Duck Commander series a lot more than Duck Dynasty, just because it was more hunting based. And, in Duck Dynasty, they kind of they made it into such a show that a lot of stuff they were doing, it seemed like it was pretty staged, but still entertaining.
So what is your choice of shotguns?
Right now I'm shooting a Beretta Outlander A300. Before that I had a Mossberg 500, but I've been shooting for about 4 years now. I've had my Beretta, and it's a good entry-level semi-automatic shotgun. It's only about $500, which is, it's more like, I guess, $600. I got mine on some special bills. I'd say about $600, but it's a great shotgun for an entry-level semi-auto.
So with the change of YouTube rules, with the way they're changing their rules, is that going to affect your channel any?
No. Well, as of now, it has not affected it at all. So I'm assuming that you're talking about YouTube banning or not monetizing videos with guns in them.
Yeah.
The only people that I have heard talk about that are Flair and Bobby Guy. Those are the only two people that I've heard mention that at all. And I don't know what's coming down the road with YouTube as far as that. There is nothing in place right now that bans guns or the mention of guns or hunting at all. So as of right now, there has been no mass changes whatsoever. If YouTube did make that change, it really wouldn't affect me. I would continue to do what I'm doing, whether it's monetized or not, and continue to build. I mean, I never got into making these videos to make money. Now, I will say that it's grown, and with the podcast and everything, and I also have developed a Hunt Stats website that I am to the point where I'm trying to grow it into a business to where I could go full time with it. That would be wonderful, but it's really, really difficult to be able to go full time just on YouTube money alone. So if it came to be where YouTube said we're no longer going to monetize hunting videos, number one, I think someone else would bring up a platform to take over that space probably. And number two, I would continue to do what I'm doing. If God blesses me to the point where I can go full time with all this, YouTube money would just be a small portion of that. So I'm not spending any time worrying about it. I started making these videos for my own and my family's entertainment. And that's what I try to stay laser focused on doing, making content that I like, that I can watch 10 years down the road. And if God blesses me to the point where it grows big enough that I can go full time, that's fine. If not, I enjoy my daytime job. So I don't spend any time worrying about it. And like I said, I haven't heard anyone else even talk about it. So I'm not even sure how much validity there is to it.
Right. Yeah, it's nice to go back and be like, man, that was a great day. Be able to watch it.
Yeah. That's what I started out doing. I just wanted to remember the hunts more. I wanted to record memories. And that's what I'm doing still. So I continue to try to make sure in my videos that I like them. And if I like it, I'm releasing it. And if that appeals to everyone else, that's fine. If it doesn't, I'm just going to keep doing it.
Yeah. So we still have the phone lines open. So if someone wants to call in and ask Freelance duck hunting a question, you guys are more than welcome to. It was absolutely great having you here today, and I want to thank you for coming.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. How long have you been running at this?
With the actual morning show since January, and I've been on YouTube since October, so about 5 months. So I'm learning along the way.
Have you ever thought about putting it up as podcast as well?
I'm thinking about it. I'm actually trying to get all the right equipment to do it and do a good job doing it. And as soon as I get that up, I will have a podcast up too.
Yeah, you should for sure.
Okay, spring goose. We pull. we can pull our plugs out of our shotguns. Anyone else?
What was the question?
Okay, can you pull your plugs out of the shotgun for spring goose?
You can. I don't. Most people do.
I've never done the spring goose. We just
well, for spring conservation snow goose hunting, you can. And some people even use extended magazines, but I don't. I 3 is enough for me.
Yeah, goose weighs what, about 9-10 pounds or so.
Well, a snow goose is a lot smaller than that. I always, when you see these pictures of guys shooting 200 geese, my question in my mind is always, who's consuming those? Who's eating those? Because that's a lot of meat to get through. And I know that it makes me worried that they're getting thrown away. In fact, just recently, south of the state, they found a huge pile of ducks and geese just in a ditch. And I think that happens a lot more than we would like to admit. I wouldn't go out and shoot 200 geese because I don't want to eat 200 geese. I can't eat 200 geese. By the end of the season, I shot just over 100 ducks this year and about 10 geese. It's going to take me all season to consume all those. If I were to go out and come home with 30 or 40 snow geese, I don't know what I'd do.
I want to thank Lake Creek Bottoms Outdoors for the $1.99 super chat. So that was absolutely awesome of you. And I think he took over as string boss. He did. Yeah, I think that I just got monetized. What was it? Well, 5 days ago.
Great.
Trying to figure out exactly how to set everything up.
Yeah, luckily for me, when I started, there was no entry monetization. So I was monetized. Well, I didn't monetize right off the bat because I didn't even have any, I wasn't even really thinking about that. But it took me like a full year to get my first $100 paycheck. It was like I started in September and I think I got my first one, like June or July or something. I should have taken a picture with it. It was a big day.
Yeah, we just had a comment here, and Mike says he vacuums, seals them, smokes them, turkey and sausage, you name it, with the geese.
Yeah, you still got to eat all that. I don't know about you, but I don't want to eat 40 pounds worth of sausage. And that's what people always say. That I'm not dogging on his comment at all. But anytime that you ask someone, how do you eat all this geese? It's the same. Well, he turned into jerky. It's like, well, I don't like jerky that much. I don't want to eat 40 pounds of jerky. Jerky's nice, but do I really want to eat 40 pounds of it? I don't think so.
So, how many ducks did you get this year, Grant?
Me?
Yeah. I know you had a rough season.
It was one of my worst years for sure.
Yeah. So, how do you store your ducks?
Freezer bags. Freezer bags.
Yeah, I don't have a vacuum sealer or nothing. I'd like to get one eventually, but
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know if you guys can see around me. I got two deep chest freezers here, and all of them are full. And then I got over at the farm, we got 4 more. That's all full of food. Really,
Yeah.
it's getting hard to store everything.
Crazy thing about waterfowl hunting is that, and I don't know if you guys know this or not, it is technically illegal to store more than 3 days limit of waterfowl. Now, I don't think anyone follows that because it's almost impossible to follow. But technically speaking, you're only legally allowed to have 3 days limit in possession.
Is that your state?
That's probably not just I think every state is that way. I find that to be an absolute impossible law to follow.
yeah, there's
That'd be absolutely impossible.
a daily possession limit and then a possession limit. So, yeah, you're right.
And I think with that, some laws, the intent of the law doesn't match how it could be carried out. I mean, the intent of the law is to make sure people aren't shooting over their limit.
Yeah. But if they carried out the law exactly doing that, that would discourage a lot of people from waterfowl hunting.
Yeah, for sure. But the average waterfowler in Kansas only goes out 5 times a year. So just for your average guy, it's pretty easy. But you get people that are hunting. I go out about 30 times a year. There's some guys that do 60, 70 times a year. A guy that's going out 60 times a year, I promise you, if you look at his freezer, there's more than 3 days limit in there.
Oh, yeah.
But I do try very hard to eat it as I shoot it. It's much better tasting if you don't freeze it. So if you brine it for 2 or 3 days and then do the barbecue type I was talking about, if you brine it for 2 or 3 days and then marinate it for a day, that gives you have 3 or 4 days in there in which to consume it. So I try really hard. Unless the hunting gets really, really good, I can pretty much eat through what I'm shooting as I shoot it.
Yeah. So I don't think we're gonna get any more questions from the audience. I want to thank you for your time. I promised you an hour, and we are at 58 minutes. So I want to thank you for coming today, and thank you for coming in the other day and to the chat, checking me out.
Sure.
Maybe we'll do this again in a couple of months or something if you're up to that.
Sure. I love coming on and talking waterfowl hunting, especially in the off season. So I appreciate you having me on. Keep doing what you're doing, and building these things is a slow process. So it seems like you got a bit of a head start, and they say the first 1,000 is the hardest. So you're past that.
Yeah, I'm almost to 2,000.
Yeah. Keep cranking at it, buddy. Keep cranking. Get that podcast going too.
Yeah, it's just I gotta get the right equipment to do it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, businesses are a lot more ready and willing to sponsor podcasts for some reason than they are YouTube channels. So it's a good avenue to get into.
I don't understand why that is, though, because YouTube channels have. I think it's because, I make commercials for all my Patreons at our level, which is what I do about 11 o'clock, and it's absolutely awesome. I mean, I never dreamed I'd grow this fast and this big.
So how long have you been running over at Patreon?
I've only got 2 Patreons right now. I started that with the same time I started the channel. I'm still trying to figure out Patreon.
Yeah, because I've been using that for a couple of years now, and I have not babied it and taken care of it as much as I should have. But it's certainly a nice avenue. In fact, I just released a video over there yesterday.
Yeah, I actually was over there checking out your Patreon. I checked out all your tiers, and I actually meant to touch on that. You have a Patreon.
Yeah, I do. It's a good avenue to have and supplement with YouTube for sure. I do a lot off season over there, just vlogging, more videos just with my phone. Like I went to the thrift store to find waterfowl equipment. I made a video of that. I went to a military surplus store to find waterfowl equipment. Just stuff like that, or little trips on the river with my family, and more things that are personal than just the waterfowl video. So Patreon's a great place. It's a wonderful system.
Well, thank you for coming on today, and I hope you have a great season coming up. And hopefully, in about a couple months, maybe closer to when season starts, we'll have you back up here. We'll have like a duck hunting show.
Sounds good, man. I appreciate it. Anytime.
Okay, what I'd like to do is get like 5 or 6 duck hunters from different parts of the country and see how each one's preparing.
Sure.
That's awesome content. So thank you. Until next time. I'll see you.
Thank you.
Oh, that was absolutely awesome. I want to thank Freelance Duck Hunting for coming today. So I'm going to play our commercial. Oh. And welcome back to the second part of Kohl Outdoors, guys. So what do you think about our guest today, Grant?
That was pretty interesting. Waterfowl hunting's my favorite, so pretty neat to hear from somebody, in Kansas, that somewhere I've never hunted, and I've never talked to anybody over that way, so pretty cool.
Let's see here. I gotta figure out which one I was gonna go to. Yeah, we're gonna go that one. No, we're gonna go back to our waterfall. Okay, there we go. So
I'm gonna go ahead and drop his link. I seen somebody had asked about Freelance Duck Hunting's link. I'm gonna drop it down there.
Yeah, and I want to go through and thank everyone who stayed around. We have 13 people left in the chat, guys, and I don't know. I think everyone's streams are slowing down. What do you think, Grant?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has.
So he said, I was kind of curious of how he was going to answer that question about the changes to the YouTube rules.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I haven't seen anything on it. I think it's all speculation right now.
Uh-oh, was Mike's commercial messed up? I'll check it out, Mike. What is going on? I got like a reflection going on. What is going on? I don't have a reflection. I'm not going crazy. I have a reflection going on, right? Why do I have a reflection going on? That's crazy. Okay, I see I was reflecting off something. What's it reflecting off of? What is going on with my... Okay, I'm going to have to redo my camera. Yeah, I'm going to have to fix Mike's... There. Just adding that camera in here, guys. I don't know what was going on with that. Oh, I got 2 video devices. There's my other video device. Let's get rid of that video device. I can't see the chat right now, Grant.
All right. Yeah, Strung Out Outdoors says it's all been taken out of context from the others reporting the change. It's not true.
What is reflecting on? What is that reflecting on? Oh, okay. Let's try that.
Yes, the storm has passed. It's sun shining now.
Yeah, I was worried you would get blown away on my stream.
That would have been crazy.
I'd probably get some views on that.
Man dies on live stream in tornado.
Talking about duck hunting.
Like, this is my favorite show so far. We're talking about duck hunting. I'm not leaving.
Yeah, we had a really good guest, and there we go. Am I looking better now, guys? Trying to fix this. It's all messed up. I don't like it being all messed up. I like my overlay for the start, and I didn't realize my Patreons weren't on my actual one during there, but I was trying to keep that cleaner. Because I'm getting feedback that it's way too messy. Because some of my streams have way too much going on them. What do you think, Grant?
Yeah, I thought it was good while he was on the show to have the geese flying and the...
There we go. That's better.
Now you're black.
I'm black. I have a black background, right?
Yeah, the black background.
There we go. That looks better. This one is so outdated because I went back and chose an old one. I'm trying to start building like 2-3 different things for a show where we get different scenes during the show.
That's
yeah,
cool.
we have a bass fishing channel coming on tomorrow.
I got to work a double tomorrow, so I'll try to pop in the chat. I won't be able to join you on panel. Yeah,
we have bass and barbless coming on, so that's gonna be absolutely awesome. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna be making all these interviews into like separate videos for people to go back and watch them. If you guys want to. And I got Premiere Pro. I went and downloaded that yesterday, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to use it though. They keep saying not responsive. So I don't think my computer's strong enough to run it, so I'm gonna have to get rid of it.
Well, it's pouring again.
Yeah, I'm working really hard at getting us really good guests for the show every day. And I thought that would make your day having him up here.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Which I hadn't seen his channel before you mentioned him. I was watching a few videos last night just to try to. Actually, his channel was the only videos I watched yesterday. I usually don't watch much YouTube on my days off of work. I was trying to get some stuff done around the house, and we watched a few last night.
Yeah, I try not to keep my guests for more than an hour because that's how long I tell them they're gonna take up with their time. And people who have huge channels like that, they have to be busy. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can only imagine. And look at that, Lake Bottoms Outdoors has got the stream boss right now too. And Killdeer Survival's in the house, everyone. So I gotta make sure you check out Killdeer Survival. And where did Mike go? I'd love to get Mike up here. Is WTF Mike available to come up on panel? I'm gonna send him a link. See if he comes up.
Our Great Adventure Vlogs. Good morning.
Boom. I'll send it here too. Boom. I'll send it to both the Yankee Crank and. Yeah, I've noticed that everywhere. Even yes, it's called Respect to Your Guests. Okay.
Batman Fishing. What's up?
Hey, do you guys like how I'm changing the super chat? What happens when you super chat every single time?
Yeah, I like that today. The duck hunt.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured that I could change it up as the stream goes on because I've changed it now. I'll do something different now. Oops, that's the duck hunt one. That's so cool.
What's up, Mike?
What's up, gentlemen?
How you doing, Mike?
Oh, living the dream up here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Grant's getting tornadoes and we're in a hurricane blizzard.
That's insane. Oh, who's giving us super chat? I gotta get over there. Oh, did I hit the button?
Oh.
I must have hit the button. Oh no! Someone took over his stream. Oh, I did. Oops. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to change things up as the show goes on.
Oh, yeah. Keeps it interesting.
Yeah.
Watching you do it sometimes is more interesting than...
Yeah, what I've been doing right now is like I'm trying to keep it cleaner now. My screens, like this one has a lot going on it.
Yep.
And I like that stream, having that thing up there because it lets people know how much that someone's donated to me, and at the same time, it doesn't show the amount of money.
Yep.
Well, so I have to go check out your commercial. What was going on with it?
It just gets stuck on the Jeep for forever, and then all of a sudden it flashes the farm up, and then all the letters are all messed up.
Wow.
Yep.
Let's play it again if I can watch it. I wasn't, honestly, when I had that minute break, I'm not watching what's going on here. I'm putting stuff together for the next part. Let's see what's going on. Let's go to, this is Mike's commercial.
Yeah, see, now on your screen, it's doing it right. Yeah.
That's what we wanted it to do.
Yeah, that's what we wanted it to do. But yeah, all it did is it stayed stuck on the Jeep. It didn't say none of that Kohl Outdoors presents, none of that stuff. It just stayed stuck on the Jeep, flashed up to the farm real quick. And where all them WTF Mike pops up there, it was just all jumbled across. And then it cut to the Blue Wrench Mob.
Second, let's see here.
It was weird.
I don't know why it does that sometimes.
Oh yeah, it was like no merchandise.
Yeah, I'll just remake the whole entire commercial.
It looked good that time. It worked, even on the YouTube side.
Okay.
When you joined all three of them together, it was all messed up. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, oh, he changed it again.
I had no idea what happened. Yeah, I'll just remake the mix there. I need to mix them up a little different anyways.
See you later, Batman Fishing. Thanks for stopping in.
So do you like the new tiers I added to my Patreon, Mike?
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, so Grant, did the tornado cross the river?
What's that?
Did that tornado cross the river?
I don't know. I haven't looked. I mean, I'm still sitting here, so.
Is your generator running?
No, I don't have a generator.
Oh.
Well, apparently, you should have one of those giant wind turbines.
Wow.
And I know Mike's got hurricane force winds right now.
Yep, it's crazy outside right now. I keep shoveling off the door, and it keeps piling in about every 20 minutes.
Oh, Janet says she's good. Good, by the way. Scary as hell. Yeah.
Hey, Janet.
Hey, do you know that bass show I did the other day?
Yeah.
They pulled my monetization out there saying it was controversial, so I fought it.
Oh yeah.
Wonder why.
PETA.
Huh.
Janet's out there holding on to the mailbox post.
Oh.
Yeah, that
I
was
can
the
see
one
you're doing it.
you did Tuesday, I guess. The show you did Tuesday.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
So, Mike, have you noticed that a lot of places are getting less people in their live streams?
Oh yeah, yeah. But anytime, well, right now, because of the way spring break is kicking up, everybody's going out to do that. So then, when spring break starts up, you'll see a huge surge in the amount of videos and people. You won't see as many in chats and stuff like that, but you'll see a huge surge and influx of different spring break towns and stuff like that. And
Okay.
it's weird how YouTube follows some of these things that goes on, but it does, because a lot of your college kids and stuff like that are YouTubers.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting there trying to figure out what's been going on like the last few days.
Yeah.
I'm topping
And then,
out 223.
Yeah, and then exactly just like us too, when spring breaks is happening, if you get the time off and everything, then we're out fishing, hunting, whatever you may be in.
So how's your cattle doing?
Freezing, I'm sure. I don't know. I haven't been there. Can't get there.
Plus, it's getting nice outside, is what Kildare said.
Yeah. Plus, it's getting nice out. Yeah. Well, for you guys, it's getting nice out.
Oh, I'm working on it. I'm working on outdoors. I just gotta find the right guest. Finding guests is not easy to do.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Strung out outdoors, hit it there. Some deer hunting ones. Yep.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I might
Get
have.
that little blonde girl I see on TV all the time doing deer hunting. I bet you get a lot of people coming in.
Well, I do have this one channel which I'm talking back and forth with right now. I'm not going to mention the name. It has 800K.
Yeah, everybody else is getting warmer and we're getting colder. After this blizzard, we get 2 days off and then snow again.
That's crazy.
Have a good night, Jason NG. Why am my YouTube comment stuff?
Yeah, there you go. That's her name, Hannah Barron. Yep.
It's hard. It's hard to get people to come on. It really is.
Oh yeah.
It's like the damn sun's shining now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way it usually works, though. Oh. Yeah, that's not. That wasn't very nice of me. I took over the string boss. I gave myself a fake super chat.
Nice.
Trying to figure out how to take some of this down.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to be starting. What I'm working on right now is having like the main guest here, having like 10, 15 minutes here where we talk. And then doing like a tackle supply or something along that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alan never sent me his address.
Oh, I don't think he's looked at it yet. I almost didn't because I get so many emails in a day. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, and at the end of this drive, I'm doing a Patreon drive right now. I'm giving away a premium, one of my boxes of premiums. What's going to be in there for you guys to see what is in there. So
nice. So you're going to start like a mystery tackle box thing, like a monthly subscription. Is that what you're going to do?
Kind of, yes.
Where are you going to start that out at? $20 a month?
It's already set up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's go take a look at my Patreon.
Oh yeah, I watched. Okay, I looked at that. I thought you were going to do it like a subscription thing for like anybody.
Oh no, you gotta join my Patreon.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to open up the advertising for a. If you guys are interested in advertising outside of Patreon, contact me. It's going to be more expensive, a little more expensive because this is special for my Patreon. It's at $10.
Yeah.
But the tackle I'm going to be giving away is going to be a Patreon only deal.
Yeah.
And I do know, and I do get to know my Patreon, so I know what they like to fish with, kind of what they like to fish for. Like Mike likes walleye. Guess what Mike's getting?
Bottom bouncers and spinners.
We'll see.
Ooh, my family garden's in the house. How's it going?
Hey, how you doing, my family garden?
Yep, your brother's right on that. It's just the way people are about the weather. They complain about the cold, and then it rains, and then everything gets green, and then it gets hot with summer, and then everybody wants the cold again, and then it gets cold.
You can never be satisfied with it.
Yeah. I think right now we have every deer in the county in one of our fields.
Hey, how you doing, Lacey? Serving for my homes in the house, everyone.
We were driving out to the farm the other morning, and it even impressed my wife. There's just hundreds of deer out in the one field. I'm like, we must have lost a lot of grain or something out there. I don't know what they're doing.
So was it whitetails or mule deer?
Whitetails.
Oh, that picture you posted on your community tab was pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, that was right when I pulled up into the farm that morning.
Yeah, that could be some crop damage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You got wheat in there or rye?
No, soybeans and corn. That's it.
Soybean and corn. Yeah, you haven't planted your corn yet, so it must be soybeans.
Yeah, which would have been taken down. Yeah, they're already off. Soybeans and corn are all off.
That's interesting.
So they're out there. They're out there in a freaking plowed field, like eating whatever fell out of the hoppers or whatever. I don't know. But I mean, just hundreds and hundreds of them. And they're only in that one field, and they haven't left that field in like a week.
Yeah, people must think you have pets, huh?
Yeah.
How many acres is that field?
Oh, that one? Oh, hell. Mile by mile.
Mile by mile? Is there any timber in there?
Yeah, there's one tree row that splits it.
Yeah, I know where I'm hunting when I go there now.
Yep. Just wait till corn's taken off. Apparently, they all just hang out there.
Hang out there waiting for more corn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the only.
Oh, okay. I'm actually trying to find some more great guests like we had today, and I think that was one of the best interviews we've had.
I think it was a really good interview. I was here for quite a bit of it. I think it was because Grant got to ask most of the questions. No.
4 questions. Grant's been pretty quiet.
Yeah. Well, he's always quiet because he's always typing in the chat. And
hey, Peel and Drag Catfishing's in the house, everyone. Check him out.
I'm still trying to talk Sarah into going out driving around the blizzard so we can go live.
Yes, snowmobile?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, but it'd be kind of hard to do that visually with my phone or anything to go live from a snowmobile.
Well, you don't have a GoPro with a chest mount or head mount?
No, I don't have any of that stuff.
Yeah, I went and signed up for the 7-day trial of the Premiere Pro. I don't think my computer can run it.
Oh.
It keeps freezing up. The Premiere Pro does, so I'm gonna have to get
right.
Good thing I'm glad it's a free trial, not the $55 a month they want.
Yeah,
sirens are going off again.
Yeah, I heard something there. Yeah.
Hey, Grant, go look out your back window and see if there's a tornado back there. You can go get you can get some tornado footage. That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Could go out the front.
What you got to pay attention to is the wildlife in your area there, Grant. If all of a sudden all the birds and everything are gone and the squirrels and everything are gone, guess what?
In trouble.
Somebody on a motorcycle. It's pouring down raining.
Oh, that can't be fun.
That guy's crazy.
Is it hailing out there?
No, it's just sprinkling.
That doesn't sound like a sprinkle. I can hear it. Yeah, if the animals are gone, Grant will be gone and it'll be live. Yeah.
It's just sprinkling now.
Oh,
Only guy sitting in a tornado warning with all the sirens in the town going off, still sitting on live.
Well, really, what are you going to do?
Watch this, y'all.
You would be sitting on the porch. Shut up.
He is on his porch.
That's what I'm saying. You'd be doing the same thing.
Maybe.
I mean, if my house gets blown away, what am I going to have left anyway? So,
You got insurance, don't you?
yeah.
There you go.
do you have a basement?
No, I don't have a basement.
Do you have a storm shelter?
No,
So you don't really have any place to hide, anyways.
no. My neighbors, when they're home, we go over there to their basement.
You could flip the sanctuary boat upside down in your tub.
Well, I asked Grant how many ducks he shot this season.
Yeah.
There's only 19. Which, the times I took Janet, she killed ducks. I didn't even shoot, so I could have probably killed a few more, but it's not all about shoot killing to me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard just picking out which pictures to put up here and which ones not to. Because
Yeah.
he has so much social media. And he sent me 3. I made sure those 3 were in there.
Yeah. Triple Tail TV. Good morning. Good to see you, brother.
Good morning, Triple Tail TV. I wish I could revert that stream boss back to Bottom Creeks Outdoors.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about that when I pushed that button.
Yep. It'll happen though. I mean, you gotta work with the things.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get it for I'm doing multiple things during a show.
Yeah.
Kohl needs some mic dancing from our live. The mic.
Mike, don't dance.
Yeah,
Shut up.
I won the drinking contest between you and him.
Oh, I have no idea.
Grant said that you beat him out cold.
Oh, yeah. Saturday night, I got off the live at 5. My boss called me at 5:49 to go to work, to work a double Sunday. Talk about a long day. The morning guy, the day shift guy called in.
Oh, man.
I might have had an hour and a half of sleep.
Oh, that'd suck.
Uh-oh. Hey, Mike, thanks for the super chat.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens, guys. Hope it all works. I don't know why there's such a long delay.
Yeah, but at least your day only got better then. Like it gradually just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
As the hangover goes away and you sober up and
Yeah, exactly. Had to sober up first.
yeah.
Get my money in the mind, get my money in the mind, get my money in the mind.
I don't know why.
Pretending, keep on smiling in a tiny bubble.
And WTF Mike takes over the stream.
And I don't know why, but right when she starts out singing that song, it like totally sounds like it's like an Asian song, like right out of Thailand or something. I'm like, is she singing English?
Yeah, I have 30,000 songs, and they put stuff up every single day on there.
For $15 a month, I think it works out pretty good for my pre-shows.
Yep. How close are you to getting that kayak now?
Oh, I have an updated counter somewhere on Windows. But I think I'm going to put it off and get better. Why didn't the money come down?
Yeah, it's like I was thinking Arabic. Yeah.
That's weird. Where's my alert? Man, I got this thing all messed up. Yeah, but let's try that for next time.
Oh, I can kind of read it there. I see the little bar where it goes across the top now.
Yep, it's at the very top. You got WTF Mike, and you also right there in the what's happening thing.
Yep.
Yeah, on top there.
Sounded like it strung out.
What?
That somebody hooted.
Oh no, he's hearing my chair on the floor. Hardwood floor, and it's got those little slidey things on the bottom of the chairs.
Let's try that.
And because one of my dogs likes to swim in the snow, anytime he comes in, he gets water frickin' everywhere, so it makes that noise when you move.
B&O, what's up?
What's up, B&O Outdoors is in the house.
That's what I would say too. Yeah, it's so weird. Darren's Northern Lights are right up above me in Canada, and they're like nice. He said all their snow was melting really quick today and everything, and we're sitting down here in a blizzard, like a couple 100 miles difference.
And what way's that weather moving? Is it moving north? Because it's like 65, 60 degrees here today.
Yeah, it's moving like kind of east, north, and northeast.
Yeah. I'm kind of getting the weather Grant has right now for some strange reason. Usually I can talk to you, then it hits Batman Too Fat to Hunt, and then from there it comes across the lake and it comes to my house.
Yeah, this is supposed to be going your guys' way, but by the time we get to you guys, it's going to be all rain and wind. Mm. It's a giant hurricane if you look at it on a map.
I don't know. Am I allowed to bring up like the weather channels?
Nope.
No. So the radars are operating?
Yep. Yep. Each one of them have their own.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that too. MD Outdoors. I just won't be able to fish my tournaments this year if I don't rush into one. But I think I'd be a lot more successful if I didn't.
You do tournaments in that thing?
Yeah, I do tournaments and kayaks.
Oh, is it like all kayaks?
Yeah, it's all kayaks.
Oh, okay. That was the real question. I should have said it at the beginning because I couldn't see you out there with like a bunch of guys in Bass Pro freaking Ranger boats. You're in your kayak.
Yeah, they go by for the kayak series.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe if you like can hook one of them boats and get a pole to wherever.
Everyone's in kayaks, but that's a paddle one right there, and I think that'd be too big of a disadvantage to the people who paddle around because the paddle ones go a lot faster.
Well, it depends on how fast you paddle, doesn't it?
You can paddle as fast as you want. You're not going to keep up with those guys with they have the propellers on there and they're spinning them.
Yeah.
Okay, someone in a paddle one will cover about 2.5 to 3 miles of water in an efficient day. And someone with the pedal will cover 10 to 12 miles of water.
With the oars?
What?
With the oars?
Oh, the pedal kayaks.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say they make specialty oars too that give you a lot higher speed and catch more water. Yeah. But apparently they take some practice to get them to enter the water smoothly and keep up and keep accelerating.
Yeah, I'm talking about using those. The lightweight. They made a lightweight fiberglass. And they have that special curve. And with that, you're only going to cover 2.5, 3 miles of water, while the guy with his pedaling is going to cover that 12 miles.
I caught one catfish and it had half a face.
Half a face?
Throw it back. Well, the slower you go, the better. Yeah, it won't square the fish away. Exactly.
Yeah, that's true, James. But if you're launching from one spot and 12 miles up 5 miles up the river, it's going to be really good fishing. I can get up there to that spot, while the other person who doesn't have that advantage can't.
Maybe we should just get a paddle boat then. You can get your leg workout while you're out there just pedaling around.
Yep. Lose some weight.
Mm-hmm.
Like riding a bike all day.
Yeah, I haven't done any fishing off of a pedal boat or kayak since I was like way young. 13 maybe.
Well, the kayaks, they don't line them up like that. You do your captain's meeting, and then you can use any launch on the lake to fish from.
Mm-hmm.
It's all done live time. You take your pictures and put it up instantly into the app. It's loaded up onto the internet instantly.
Maybe we should get like a 2-person kayak with the pedals.
That would be interesting.
That way you can just have your wife with, and she can just pedal you around so you can concentrate on fishing.
You're living in a dream world.
Oh.
You don't even like steering the trolling motor. I couldn't imagine if we were in a pedal boat.
No, I hate that fucking troll.
Yeah, one thing which I really like playing the music before my shows. I think it holds people in here a little better.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of the Premiere Pro because I don't think my computer can run it.
Yeah, if you can't run it, there's no point in having it taking up space.
Yeah. And it costs $55 a month to run it.
Yeah, exactly. So.
But if I was able to run it, that would have been absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Because Premiere Pro, I can do stuff in there that I can't do with what I'm working with now.
Yeah. Maybe when you upgrade the computer. KNCW, how are you? The Hobby Mirage is a perfect stealth yak.
Yeah, and that is, but I think I can buy a lot better kayak for $3,000 than the Mirage.
Oh, you got a Skeeter bass boat rotting in your dad's yard? Hi.
Sounds like you need to sell the Skeeter bass boat.
Yeah. I saw it.
Either sell it or, do something with it, fix it up again, use it maybe.
Hey, Grant, you want to buy a bass boat?
I don't have room for one.
So I'll tell you cheap, $2,000.
Ooh, I don't know. That could be a hard one to pass up there, Grant. That is pretty cheap for a Skeeter. Well, I don't know what year it is and what motor it has or nothing, but I don't even know what condition it's in, but that does sound fairly cheap.
Okay, and CW says $2,700 for the kayak.
He won one?
Yeah, you can. A lot of the kayak they have.
Your dad said, no, give him $150, Grant.
Well, the trailer's worth more than that.
Your dad called you out right off the bat. So that tells us a good idea what shape it's in.
If it's rotting in the yard.
Yeah, honestly, the trailer's worth more than the boat is right now.
I shut the ice machine off. That's what that is that motor turning up there.
Why is it so loud?
He just wants it out of his yard.
Yeah,
See, that'd be
farm.
If Andrew was a little older, that'd be a good project for you two.
Yeah,
redoing a boat together.
Oh, I'm going to be redoing I have a bass tracker that I have completely gutted. I'm going to be redoing.
Well, no wonder why he wants that one out of your yard. If you just got random boats laying everywhere.
That one's at the farm. I got 3 boats at the farm. Got 1 boat here at this house, and then I got a boat at my dad's house.
God damn, I thought I was bad.
We from North American Fishing Magazine. I
That's
thought it was a scam, but they gave me a new $2,700.
hobby.
Oh,
I sold it and then bought a bass boat.
yeah, and tomorrow, I don't know. I need to check my email. I've been trying to get a hold of tomorrow's guest, and he hasn't really contacted me since he said he'd be on the show. Oh, 1 second. He just contacted me. Awesome.
Speak of the devil. No, the trolling motor isn't his first time. He was busted at the head off of the trolling motor on the dock.
Yeah.
Nice. You like rammed it into the dock?
No, the trolling motor's hanging off the edge and it hit the dock.
Oh, when you were coming in?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But the rest of the boat's in pretty good shape. It's not a bad deal for that boat.
What's really fun is take that trolling motor if you still got it. And does your son have a power wheel?
Oh, not yet. He's going to get one. But
You take that motor and you drop it into your kid's power wheel with a little 12-volt like a motorcycle battery. They really get up and go then.
Oh yeah, and I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun fishing from the kayak. And my vision for the kayak is to put that in there and put 3 cameras on it, one on my chest, one shooting down from above, and one shooting back at me. So you get 3 different angles.
For some reason, I see you like ending up in the drink.
Well, that'd go viral. So that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Like getting all excited and you hook into a big one and that thing flipping over on you.
Oh, that'd go viral though.
Yeah. I hope your tackle box floats.
Well, you put it in, you put stuff that you tatted everything to your
kayak, yeah.
Your kayak. So if it flips, you can just
Yeah.
flip it over and pull online to get everything back in.
Who was it I was watching that does the kayak fishing? Oh, MBA, Mountain Bushcrafters Alliance. And he takes that foam pipe insulation
And puts it around.
and he puts it around like from in front of the reel to like the first eyelet. So the whole pole floats so he can't lose anymore because apparently he lost a couple really expensive nice ones.
Yeah, and one thing you can do, and another thing you can do is you make sure everything use your braided line and tat everything to the kayak.
Dang, Sai's throwing some money into his boat. A Ranger 350V.
Oh yeah, my dad's. Yeah, so how does it feel like being stream boss right now, Mike?
Yay! I don't know what that details, but sure.
The other day I was trying to make it have some sort of power, but I don't know how to make it have a power.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat. But yeah, I don't know what you could give like somebody who was the stream boss.
Yeah.
You know, unless it gave them like a wrench for however long they were up there.
But it's mostly mods who give me super chats.
Yeah.
So I don't want to take everyone's wrench away.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. But well, yeah, I wouldn't have to do that, but whoever it was, I mean, I already am one, so mine would just remain. But unless you did it like as an unwritten rule, like whoever is stream boss gets to make a rule, whatever, you know.
Or what I wish I could do is just highlight people's names, say make them like turn orange, and everyone as we went through the chat would know who it was.
Yep, there is a way to highlight people's names, but I don't remember how.
I'll have to go watch some videos and see if I can figure it out.
Yeah.
But I really think I'm going to wait and not fish that many tournaments this year and wait to get a better kayak. Do I have enough money to get something that I can be competitive in? It doesn't make sense to go spend all that money fishing tournaments and not be competitive because of the boat I'm in.
Yep. Sai used to fish the bass tournaments in the late 80s.
Yes.
I've never done a bass tournament.
Yeah, I've been looking for some walleye guys to get up here for you, Mike. I'm working on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done many of walleye tournaments and stuff like that, and I've placed in quite a few of them, but we don't have bass tournaments up here.
Do you guys have many lakes where you guys could have them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have them out west on like Sakakawea and stuff like that. They have bass tournaments there. Yeah, the Missouri River, I think, has them. I just rebuilt a 71 16-foot Crestliner. Been working on it all winter. New floors, motors all rebuilt. Got a 40 with a 20-horse kicker. Why such a big kicker?
Wow.
Yeah.
How long? A 16-foot with a 20 kicker?
Yeah, with the motor is 40.
Yeah, one thing which I have that gutted bass track there. I'm going to redo that, but I need to figure out what foam to put in the bottom. Because everything got tore out, the foam, everything.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand if that's just what he had laying around, make it work. But a 20 and a 40, that's a lot of, oh, sorry, he meant 6-horse. Okay, I was going to say that's a lot of extra weight hanging off the back of a 16-foot boat.
Oh. Right there's my page. A link to my Patreon, guys. I don't know. I think I'm making more tiers too.
Yeah, 6-horse would be way better than 20.
Hey, the 20-horse get the boat going about half as fast as the 40-horse.
Yeah, you can. Well, 20 and a 40, it'd be the same block. I would figure if they're the same maker, you could put them both in the water at the same time and just punch them both.
Oh.
I seen my first boat with a transmission today.
A transmission?
Yeah, on YouTube here, some guy put a Cummins diesel in his boat with the tranny. He can actually shift gears and everything. It's got the full transmission and stuff in it.
What kind of boat was that?
It was like a bass boat with a big Cummins diesel in it. 2 big old stacks coming up out of the diesel. It'll do about 90 some miles an hour across the water.
It's too fast.
Well, yeah.
Way too fast.
Well, you got to look at a lot of these Rangers and stuff like that. They'll get up and move 70 across the water with their outboards, 250s and 300s.
Some of the new Rangers do 75, 80.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's too fast.
Yeah, I'm happy at my 55 miles an hour with my little 150.
Yeah, just the way it goes, it moves through the water and splashing all over the place would hurt me. Wait, my backyard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it does. Just because you can do 80 doesn't mean you have to. That's the other part.
Right.
And a bass boat, you're always going to get a lot rougher because you have a shallow V. You're not sitting deep in the water.
My dad says his Ranger would top out at 72.
On top, yep. Yeah, my Lund, but that's a deep water. We'll run 55 across the top, but we sit way deeper in the water.
Oh, yeah. Let me check my dinner.
Yeah, fishing with mitten is because people are crazy, yep. I suppose if you have the money, that'd be kind of interesting. Not a whole lot of people have a Cummins diesel bass boat.
Right.
Does anyone?
Apparently that one guy, you can watch him right on YouTube.
He's probably got the only one.
Well, yeah, he did it himself, so I'm guessing so.
You got to really want to get to your spot first.
Right?
Yeah, and WTF, Mike's going to be the stream boss until someone else donates. And the crazy worm waves lasted a long time up there.
BSF Outdoors, how are you? Good to see you, brother. I'm going to let him do 75, 80, right past all the fish I'm going to catch.
What's up, BSF?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out Grant's location. Do you have any marshes there, Grant?
We got more sloughs than we don't really have marshes. We just got sloughs.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have like what you'd really call marshland either, but we have tons of sloughs. Like some of the sloughs have been around for so long, they've started naming them lakes now and stocking them.
Yeah, Andrew really didn't fight his sleep really hard like I thought he might.
Yeah. One of our sloughs grew so fast and so big, there's still a huge stack of round bales at the bottom of it. And 3 tall 1,000-pound round bales. So they're all still sitting down there. You can pick them up on your graph when you go across them.
That's cool.
Yeah. Did you notice how Kohl was the only one who didn't say hi? Yeah, BSF. He told us that he doesn't even like you.
Hey, BSF, what do you mean? I'm not really looking at the chat right now. Oh, hi, BSF. How you doing?
My beer buzzer does about 70 or 80 fish per day anyway. It's still a deep 14-foot aluminum boat and a motor. Yeah. That is right size. I'd love to have like a little 14-footer with just a small little outboard a guy can get into these smaller lakes on where there's no docks or no ramps. A couple guys can lift it off of a trailer and set it in.
I got one right there, Mike.
Yep.
Got one right there, and I got one over at the house.
Yeah, that's what I want, is one of them little ones like that. Maybe like an 8-horse or whatever on it. Nothing too big. A little 12-volt trolling motor. You can get into the shallower areas. And
hey, how you doing? Sea Pro Fishing with Wayne.
What's up, Wayne?
One of the best walleye lakes we found around here now that's became really hot because everybody found out about it. We got to back our boats into the ditch. There is no ramps or nothing like that. We're trying to put a 20-foot freaking boat into a ditch and not get your truck stuck, and you got to back in far enough. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A little John boat would work fine. I'm not a fan of flat bottom boats, but yeah. Those are great if I was out duck hunting, doing like what Grant does. John boat would be awesome.
See, one thing I want to do with the kayak is I want to duck hunt from the kayak.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to do that. Turning and everything else to get the shot all the time, and just the recoil of the gun in a kayak? No.
Well, a lot of the kayaks, especially the fishing ones, are so stable. You can stand on one side and put all your weight on one side, and it won't flip them.
Oh, okay. See, I haven't been on them that much. That's why the old school ones that I'm used to, like one lean too far and you're flipped.
Yeah, the fishing ones, you can actually put all your weight on one side, jump up and down, and that thing's not flipping.
Nice. You're friendly. Otaku dropped a like for you. Thank you, big guy.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, I didn't even know. See, like anytime I picture kayak, I think of like just leaning a little bit too far and just rolling over and then having to use your oar to upright yourself again. It doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah, a lot of newer fishing kayaks, you can put all your weight to one side, jump up and down. That thing's not going.
This little 16-foot is good with something that it skipped up. Putting it into small lakes. I'll pull it with the Saturn View for the regular docks. Oh, yeah. I just want like a little 14-footer or something like that. That 16 wouldn't be bad, but it's kind of heavier with the motor and stuff for 2 guys to lift into a lake.
Oh. Yeah, I can't wait to get out there and start doing actual videos again.
Yeah.
Backcountry survivalist, welcome.
Yeah, put floats in your tackle box, went on a yak. I don't think it would help with all the lead weights and everything that are in my tackle box too.
And just make sure you have. You see, here's the thing: you put all your stuff in a milk crate. Okay.
Fishing with Mitten says he weighs about 250. He can stand in his.
Yeah. You can fully stand. You can lean to one side, jump up and down on that side at 250. That thing's not flipping.
Yeah. Well, don't be bringing it up, BSF. Jesus.
As soon as he said that, we had one.
Hey, BSF,
Yeah.
you just give me a thumbs down.
Marty fan.
Yeah, what I'd really like to get is a Predator, Old Town Predator.
Gino.
I don't even know what that is. I'm guessing it's a kayak of some type, but
They're about $2,000.
yeah, I'm like strung out outdoors age. So you say Predator to me, and automatically I think BMX bike. That was like the BMX bike to have back in the day. Dude, he's got a Predator.
1 second. I'll see if I can pull something up.
Oh, I thought you were going to do a poll again. I'm like, it's only me and Alan outdoors on there. What are you polling?
Well, I gotta have something going on in there. Otherwise, it doesn't. It's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Can people find stuff there?
Yeah, I can find anything in there. Yeah, I can see everything.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, I can't. I have to find it. Is this what I'm looking for?
E-Waste Mike. No good morning to you. No soup for you.
What's up, E-Waste Mike?
Yeah.
Let me pull up a. How much? I got on my screen.
How did that?
Really want.
Nice. How did that tuna and jellyfish sandwich go down?
Who had that?
E-Waste Mike got challenged by Mickey XO. He had to eat a tuna and jelly sandwich, tuna fish and jelly sandwich. And he was gonna up the game a little bit because he challenged her in it and she did it, and he didn't do it himself yet, so he was gonna up the game and re-challenge her. And I haven't seen the video yet, but
so this is the Predator kayak here. See here, right here without the pedal drive is $1,399.
yeah.
Where's the pedal drive?
Now they make them out of is that fiberglass one there? Is that blow molded plastic like ABS?
So that's probably fiberglass if I remember right. These ones they last a long time. Where is it? Where is my pedal drive?
Uploading the video in a few, and I bumped it up. I'm gonna have to go watch it. Well, I watch them all anyway. But
bumped it up.
Yeah, he bumped up the challenge for Mickey XO. He added something to the sandwich.
Some mustard or
I don't know, but her and her kids were eating it, so it couldn't have been too bad.
No,
it sounds awful, but
I can't find the pedal drive. Oh, accessories. So you gotta get the rudder. If you're gonna have the pedal drive, that's $299.
Jesus.
Oh, where's the pedal drive?
Tuna jelly and child's play. Oh, I like that one. I like that one better than that green one.
Which one?
I got red. That white and black or whatever it was.
Oh, white and black. That's the one I like.
Yeah.
Oh, where is it?
Josh said go with the Old Town Vapor.
Old Town Vapor? Oh, let's look at it.
Oh, was that a kayak? I thought he was talking to you, Grant, about vapes.
This Let's see here.
I'm lazy. That's why I've never tried kayak fishing. But just like BSF, I mean, we didn't have boats for the longest time. Me and Sarah would fish off ashore all the time. We still do it every now and then just to, I don't know, reminisce more.
But it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun, yeah.
Yeah, here's the paper.
Point on Mickey XO, all right. All right, I'll get you back.
Yes.
Yeah, she's here.
Hey, how you doing, Mickey? XOXO? I'm not even looking at it. Yeah, but 27, that's the one that kayak like that is where I really need to be competitive.
Yeah. Just mount a trolling motor on a cheap one.
Yeah, my buddy, he bought a kayak and he like bolted a 2x4 across the back and had it sticking out over the side and put a little, I think it was like an 18 horse trolling motor on it.
Yep. I'm sure it's probably like against rules or something on kayak fishing tournaments, but
they do have something called a bullet, which is basically the same thing, but it goes in the center drive and it's a bullet.
Yeah.
And it's a battery ran trolling motor type.
Well, yeah. I've never seen a gas ran trolling motor yet. I suppose a small enough kicker could be considered a trolling motor, but that's more for pulling crank.
Well, guys, we're pretty close to the end of the show, guys.
Crankbait Crisis just showed up in the house.
What's up, Crankbait?
What's
Hit
up,
that thumbs up. Get us to 40 thumbs up.
And it looks like WTF Mike is going to be the stream boss when we start next time.
Mickey XO very busy. This is our busy time of the year.
Oh, we're up to 15. We're starting to build a crowd.
Yeah. All the soybeans and stuff, we got to start getting hauled in. We got to have them. We want to have them all in by May 1st.
Yeah, but what happens if the frost isn't out of the ground by then?
No, we have them all. They're all in bins.
Oh, okay.
But soybean prices have been crap, so we've been sitting on them. And now they're back up again, and we want to start hauling. So today's edition, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Today's edition.
Walker fam, Coach CJ.
Coach CJ, I haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you, brother.
You got them tornado warnings heading your way, Coach CJ?
Oh, look at PSL.
Yeah.
Outdoors just did $150.
Yeah. Soybeans, you mean Thai beans? Yeah.
Yeah, I really think I'm going to put off buying the kayak till the end of April, maybe the end of May, when I can actually start fishing in it. And then whatever I've raised by then, I'll get whatever I have the money for.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, do you like spicy food, Grant?
Somewhat.
I was going to say, do you guys do gardening at your house?
Oh, yeah.
Plant a row of like Fresno or like hot peppers right beside your green beans. Your green beans will end up spicy. I don't know how the hell it works, but they'll end up spicy.
Cross-pollination, probably.
Yeah, something. Yeah, it's weird. But they are really good. They don't get as hot as like the peppers themselves, but it does kick up the heat in them.
Yeah, I planted my onion sets and seed potatoes yesterday.
Yeah, it works with green peppers too, or bell peppers of any type. If you plant them by any kind of hot, like a habanero or anything like that, your bell peppers will end up spicier too.
BSF Outdoors just says, you're 4 minutes overtime.
Time for a commercial break.
Okay, we'll do a commercial break and see if it messes up on us.
Yeah, about the only hot peppers I plant is jalapenos.
Yeah, but you put them like right by your green beans, and it'll make your green beans and stuff spicier too. Not quite as hot as like the jalapenos, but they'll get quite a bit spicier. We found that out on complete accident.
I don't know why it's so glitchy right now.
MD Outdoor says it happened to him too. His wife wasn't happy about it.
About what?
Their bell peppers and everything got spicy because he planted to buy his jalapenos too. Yeah, see, it is messed up. It ran pretty flawless until the end.
Yeah.
Right at the end, it didn't bring up the farm and the letters all coming together.
Yeah, I'm gonna remake them. Remake that. Remake the mix, anyways. Then you'll remix them up, anyways. It's getting stale.
Yeah.
Well, who are we gonna raid today?
I don't know who's available to raid.
Gill Skills just went live.
Oh, let's go raid Gil.
All right, I'm gonna drop the link.
BSF, all my hard work, tear face.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the commercial. I'm just gonna remix the order that all these commercials are in. BSF.
Hashtag Kohl Raiders. Yep. And there's the link. So I will see you guys over there.
See you guys over there. Have a good day.
I got a commercial.
Have a good day, everybody.